About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another Meals of the Week video. First off, I apologise if this is up late, like later than 5 PM, but it has been a manic morning this morning. I've had to take Bailey in to have his toes operated on, just ingrown toenail, but he's had to have both sides of each toenail removed. You don't really want to hear about that. And my mum was supposed to take the boys to school, the other two, and she had to go to hospital this morning because she had pains in her chest. She has a pacemaker and she's also on heart medication, so of course we were worried about that. It turns out she's got a really severe chest infection, but she's on the mend as well, so that's good. Bailey's upstairs with his toes up in massive bandages resting, and I've just brought him home from the clinic and I'm about to edit this video, so I thought I'd pop on and say hi and welcome if you're new here. There's an entire playlist of Meals of the Week down below if you do like this kind of video. Make sure to subscribe and let's take a look at what we've had for dinner this week. So for dinner tonight I have done the boys some fish fingers with peas, hash browns and croquet potatoes. Just trying to use up some bits out of the freezer. So this one is Oscar's, he's got peas. This one is Jake's, he's also got peas. This one is Bailey's because he doesn't like peas, so he's got carrots. That's what the boys are having for their dinner tonight. It's Friday night and that means it's movie night in this house, and I have made homemade Subways. So we've got our sub rolls, there's some sliced cheddar on the bottom, and this is red Leicester on the top. There's smoked ham, there's wafer thin chicken and pepperoni, or pepperoni, whatever it's called. And what we do is we just top them, put them in the oven, and then we just fold them over afterwards. And these sub rolls, like I said, are from Tesco and they really do taste like the proper Subway ones. So we just close them and then they look like that, and we've got lots of sauces and salads if anyone wants to add any. I just shut this one. Oscar's going to have his just as it is, and then everyone else can add their own cucumber or lettuce or onion and some mayo or salad cream or spicy sauce. So this is what we're all having for dinner tonight. So for dinner tonight I have made a cheese and bacon pasta bake. So we had some chicken left over in the fridge, some fajita chicken thighs and some chicken breast. So I've chopped that up and popped that in there as well, and it's just a cheese and bacon sauce. And I've topped it with grated cheese, and that is what we are going to just dish up and have for our dinner tonight. I just thought I'd show you what it looks like on the inside. So it's just melty cheese and chicken and bacon, and it smells really good. So I'm just going to dish this up, and that is our dinner. So for tonight's dinner I've decided to try something new. I've seen this on Instagram on some Slimming World accounts. It's basically, this is a gammon joint, and I'm going to do it cooked in the slow cooker with some Pepsi Max cherry. You can use various different drinks to do this. I've seen people do it with Diet Fanta. I think Dr Pepper is also one, and you can just use full fat cola and it's just slow cooked cola ham. But I thought that's what I've got in the fridge. We've got a little bit left, so I thought I'd try it and see if the boys like it. Like I said, I've never tried it before. All I'm going to do is pop the gammon joint in the slow cooker, and then I'm just going to pour what I've got left of the Pepsi Max over the top. It's sugar free, so I'm not sure if it's going to work as good as full fat Coke, but we don't drink that, so it hasn't covered the gammon. But I'm just going to pop it on, pop the lid on, and then what I'll do is in a couple of hours I'll turn it over, and if it starts to fall apart, then I'll shred it up so it's all covered. And I'm just going to keep checking it, and I'll let you know how it goes later on tonight when I serve it up. So the gammon's been in for a couple of hours now, and what I've done, I've just taken it out and cut it in half, and I'm going to put it back in so that it's all more covered in the Pepsi Max. And then I'm just going to pop a stock cube in the liquid as well, give that a little stir around. And then I thought I'll just try and do this without splashing my white top. Whoa. And I'll just lay the 2 bits of gammon back in there very carefully, and then they're a bit more covered than they were. And then I'm gonna pop the lid back on and leave it for another few hours. So I'm just starting off the sides to go with dinner tonight. I'm going to do some jacket potatoes, so I'm just going to pop them in the microwave to start with and then finish them off in the oven. I'm doing some for the boys and then a couple of extra. I'm not really sure what Steve wants because he's due home, and then we've got to take Oscar to gymnastics, and I'm not feeling great today, so I don't know if I actually want any dinner or not. So I'm going to pop a couple of extra in, because even once they're cut into jackets, if they don't eat them today, tomorrow I can just cut them up into like wedges and either put them in the air fryer or in the oven. So I'll just probably pop these in for around 10 minutes to start with. So this is the gammon. I've just taken it out of the slow cooker, and I was sort of slicing it up, and then I realised that it's that tender that if you kind of just push it with your fork, you can see it literally just falls apart. And it falls off the chopping board. But yeah, so if you just push it with your fork, you can see that it just shreds. Obviously, again, much easier to do with 2 hands, but it's that tender that I don't actually need to. Well, you're happy with that bit, aren't you? We just dropped a bit for the dog. So yeah, that's our gammon, and there is loads. I must say I've tasted a bit, and there isn't a lot of flavour like different. Yeah, other than being extremely tender and like really easy to shred even with 1 hand, it's just falling apart. So I think this would be really nice in like rolls or sandwiches as well, with maybe some pickle or something. But yeah, I don't think I'd bother with the Coke again, just because it hasn't added anything to this at all. It just tastes really nice, but I think it would taste the same if I'd used water or stock. It was a smoked gammon joint anyway, but doing it in the slow cooker has definitely made it shred apart really nicely and made it very, very tender rather than slicing it up, and it seems to have gone a lot further as well. Right, so here we are dished up. I've just left the jackets plain. We've got some butter there and some grated cheese if anyone wants it, and then the gammon's come out really nicely as you saw. This is Bailey's as always. He won't eat tomatoes because he's never liked them ever since he's been a baby. So this one is Jake's, this one is Oscar's. So we are back from Oscar's gymnastics class now, and we actually met the loveliest lady there. She's one of our viewers, and it was really crazy. It's the first time we've ever been approached by anyone that watches our channel. Like we've been doing this a year, and we're at just over, I don't know, 6,100-ish subscribers. Yeah, and we've just hit a year now, and it's the first time anyone's ever come up and said, I watch you on YouTube. And she was so lovely, and we were just like, oh my goodness. Anyway, that aside, so we're back from gymnastics, and I've decided to use the gammon that I cooked earlier to make some wrap pizzas. So we've got some wraps, and on that I've put some barbecue sauce. We've got onion, tomato, some of the gammon. There's a few bits of chicken because I had some cooked chicken breast out already, and then some grated Cathedral City cheese. So I've just made 2 of those. The barbecue sauce is one I got from one of my hauls. Oh, I think I've just got that on my white jumper. One of my hauls I got a little while ago from Pound Stretcher or something like that. It was like 19p. So I've used that as the base, and then I've just put some grated cheese and gammon, chicken, onion and tomato on top. We haven't got any peppers or mushrooms, so that's what we're having. I'll show you them when they come out. So here are our tortilla wrap pizzas. I've got one more in the oven that doesn't have tomatoes on in case Steve wants an extra one. But this is a really good idea, and it's a really good tip if you are short on time and you're not sure what to make. It just comes out really well. Just top your wrap with whatever you like. You can even use tomato puree or anything. They go nice and crispy in the oven, and then you just pop some cheese and your fillings on. And they've been in there about 10 minutes maybe. And they're healthier because there's less base to it, and we really enjoy them. So you can always fold them over now if you want to add like salad or something. You fold them over and, you know, eat them like a calzone kind of thing. But we really enjoy this, and the boys love this because it's such an easy one to do with kids. They really enjoy making them themselves and helping with the toppings and everything. So this is what we've got for our dinner tonight. They are barbecue, gammon and chicken wrap pizzas, and we've still got loads of gammon left. So I'm just doing the boys some fish and chips for dinner, and I just thought I'd show you. It's pretty self-explanatory, but these are the jacket potatoes that I cooked for dinner last night, and we didn't use them all, so I just put them in a Ziploc bag, and pop them in the fridge. And then today I've just chopped them into wedges, sprayed some fry light on them. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on, probably some salt, pepper and garlic powder, and then pop them in the oven. And it's just a good way to use up jacket potatoes, and it doesn't take very long to heat them up, and they go nice and crispy and the boys enjoy them, and it just saves more waste. So here is their dinner dished up, and those are the wedges. They've come out really crispy and they look really good actually. They've just got baked beans and fish. Last week, or in one of our meals of the week videos, I did say about putting smoked paprika in the beans to make them taste like KFC beans, and I said I'd let you know how that went down. The older two liked it and Oscar hated it and said they were yucky and what's wrong with the beans. So you can't win them all, but the older two said they were nice. So they've got I think these are bird's eye fish portions. You know me, I always, whatever ones are on offer I like to try, but these look really nice, and Oscar said they taste like chip shop ones, so that can't be a bad thing. So this is Bailey's, this one is Jake's, and this one is Oscar's. And I might do a piece of bread and butter for Bailey and Jake if they want some, because there's not that many wedges. So this is what they've got for their dinner. For dinner tonight, Steve and I have gone for one of our old favourites, which is chicken and halloumi salad. Steve's got chicken breast, and I've just marinated it in some fajita spices. There's lettuce, cucumber, tomato, jalapeno chilies, and some onion on there. And then we've got halloumi cheese as well. And then my one is a chicken thigh, and I've also got the same with halloumi and chilies, and that's what we're having for dinner tonight. Right, so for dinner tonight I have made a pork spaghetti bolognese, and I've added some chopped onion and some fresh mixed peppers, like red, green and yellow peppers. So this one is Bailey's. I've also made some garlic bread. These were some Subway rolls we had left over. So all I've done is put a little bit of clover light on those, and then some garlic granules and some Italian herbs. So this one is Bailey's, and then this one is Jake's, this one is Oscar's, and Steve and I have got ours as well, but we've got different pasta because we ran out of the one the boys had. But this is mine, and this is Steve, and I've just added a few extra chilies to ours, and that's what we've all got for our dinner tonight. So I hope you enjoyed that meals of the week. I've got a lot of nice meals coming in the next few videos. We've been changing things up a little bit recently. So if you did like what you saw today, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe for all our new videos. We do shopping hauls, meals of the week, cook with me's, family vlogs. There's a lot more videos being planned at the moment. Life has just been a little bit crazy, so that's why we've just been a little bit quiet, but we've definitely got a load of videos in the pipeline. So I hope you do stick around, and I will see you in our next video.
This is what we waited for.